Hello bookfluencers, welcome back to my channel. You are in the right place if you're looking for book writing tips, as I am a 10-time published author as well as a book coach and book editor. You're also in the right place if you enjoy college and study vlogs, as I am a 35 plus doctoral student at the illustrious Howard University. If you hadn't noticed, I am at the library right now, so that is why I am using my inside voice. However, this video will still be recorded, so here we go. Today's topic is 5 nonfiction genres to consider before writing your book. Now, why am I choosing to talk about this topic? Because I want you guys to know there is variety in the nonfiction field, like in the nonfiction genre. You don't just have to write a memoir. If you want to, that's great. But for my leaders out there who are looking to, share your expertise, there are 5 different book genres that I want you to consider before you start to outline your experience into a manuscript. In my last 2 talking videos or biz chat videos, I shared ways to make the book writing process less overwhelming, and also I shared some book writing strategies for educators. If you haven't already, go check out those videos after you watch this video, of course. And if you have watched those videos, then this topic is going to be in alignment with those videos. Back to today's topic. As I am leaning into my leadership and navigating different spaces, I'm really learning how I want to be in this industry and how I want to teach others how to leverage their leadership. And I know I want to do that by way of books, nonfiction thought leadership books. Because I've written a couple and I'm coaching clients on how to write nonfiction thought leadership books, I figure this is a good time for me to go back into my K-12 teacher bag and start to teach ways of leveraging leadership. And before you start writing these books, it's wise to figure out which genre you want your book to be housed under. By the way, I have my notes here in my little Howard booklet to let you guys know that I'm serious about this. I've been researching and taking notes on what I'm going to present to you today. First nonfiction book genre to consider before writing your book is the business and professional development genre. Forbes magazine describes a business book as a first-hand experience of how someone else overcame challenges. I want to add here that a lot of business books, they share this by way of research and data. A popular business book and or professional development book is The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. This is exceptionally big and popular in the MLM space. So multi-level marketing, this is a standard from what I hear in the industry, in the field, as well as online marketers or online business owners. The 4-Hour Workweek is chef's kiss. And of course, we all know Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. That's another popular book in this nonfiction genre. The second nonfiction genre to consider before writing your book is the how-to and or manual genre. Books in this genre teach you how to achieve a goal in steps. One of my favorite books, that is a how-to manual, is Tiffany Alice's, known as the Budgetnista on social media. Her book, Get Good with Money, it's really in her subtitle that does it for me, and that shows that it's a how-to manual or a how-to guide. It is Get Good with Money, 10 Steps to Becoming Financially Whole. See how that subtitle lets you know that there are going to be steps involved to get you from point A to point B? That's classic how-to guides and manuals. The third nonfiction genre to consider before writing your book is the self-help and personal development genre. This is a popular one. We love this genre, right? Books in this genre teach readers how to reach their maximum potential. It's how to become your best self. Here's the gotcha. When you know it's a self-help book, you know that it's going to focus on mindset. Self-help books, personal development books, all about the mindset. And the book that comes to mind the most when I think of this genre is Atomic Habits by James Clear. That book, it teaches you how to be productive, yes, but it also teaches you how to master your mindset and how to become incrementally better every single day by building upon habits and strengthening your habits over time. Now that I think about it, my book, Chapter 30, How to Make Less Regretful Decisions in Your 20s, it's all in the title. That is actually a self-help personal development book. Those are lessons that I have learned the hard way in my 20s that I wrote for those who are still in their 20s to learn from. This is how I overcame. This is how you too can overcome. The fourth nonfiction genre to consider before writing your book is the memoir genre. I brought this up in the beginning of the video because it's a very popular and notable nonfiction genre, but leaders, really consider if this is suitable for your audience, and also consider if it's in alignment with what you want to achieve as a book influencer, a bookfluencer. Like, is a memoir the best for your needs, your book's needs? Think about it. And while we're on the topic of memoir, note that a memoir and a biography are two different things. A memoir is a moment in time, a snapshot in time, and it teaches you valuable lessons, or at least it should. If you're a leader looking to write a memoir, I think that's perfectly fine. I just encourage you to write a memoir with takeaways, like with lessons. And what I mean by that is to present the information in a way that is digestible, by your readers. Don't just talk about you. Think of them as well. They may be currently experiencing what you've already overcome. So focus less on you. Make it about what your readers need to get to where you are currently. A good example of a book in this category, and I just read it, is Speak by Tunde, and I don't want to mispronounce her last name, so I'll include it in the video. But I love how she broke down like struggles in her path in a certain moment in her life, and she also made it to where it was relatable. Like when she talked about the blue light moments, like the aha moments in her life, it made me think, like, I've had a couple of blue light moments as well. And one of my favorite quotes in that book is, "We hear what we need to hear when we need to hear it." That hit me like a ton of bricks when I read it, because it made me think about the lessons that I've learned from my late grandmother and how I didn't really think about them when she said it, but now I'm starting to realize the gravity of what she said and starting to really hold near and dear to the advice that she gave me. Like, you hear what you need to hear when you need to hear it. That is memoir. And I should say that I do have a couple of books in this genre. The first one is my book, So-Ko Diaries, An American Living in South Korea, an American teacher living in South Korea, which is of course about my journey, my season as an American teacher living in South Korea. So-Ko Diaries book series is actually a trilogy. So that's 3 books in this genre written by your girl, Nailah Harvey. So if you're on Amazon and you want to check them out, be my guest. The 5th nonfiction book genre to consider before writing your book is the education and or leadership genre. Now, leadership books are not just lessons. They give lessons that you've learned as well as lessons that have been applied. The whole premise behind leadership books is, in order to lead effectively, you have to first lead yourself. And I'm going to promote myself here. An example of a book in this genre is my signature book, Bookfluence: How to Write a Book to Position Yourself as a Leader in Your Industry. This book includes my decade plus of experience in writing books. It includes my research in the self-publishing industry. This is not just something I am teaching. This is something that I am actively doing and have actively done. These are lessons that have been learned. These are lessons that have been taught. And this is an example of me leading because I had to first lead myself. Bookfluence also includes a framework, just like the other popular books in their respective genres. Leaders, that's the key. No matter your nonfiction genre, make sure that you include a framework. That's like your process, the steps that are needed for readers to get from point A to point B to achieve a goal or reach a solution. That's you giving a solution to a problem in your industry. And if you need help creating a framework and simplifying your expertise and really outlining your experience, grab a copy of my book, Bookfluence: How to Write a Book to Position Yourself as a Leader in Your Industry. The digital workbook of Bookfluence: How to Write a Book to Position Yourself as a Leader in Your Industry can be found on my website at nharv.com/bookfluence. That's N as in Nailah, HARV as in Victor.com/bookfluence. The digital workbook is literally a workbook. Your answers become the draft of your book. Like, you can type in your answers, or if you print the book, you can write your answers. The paperback book of Bookfluence is not particularly a workbook. You still get all of the content, everything is there, but it doesn't give you like the lines to fill in your answers. You can write in the book, sure, but the workbook really sets it up for you to organize things in a book form. So that's all for today's quick biz chat video. If it was helpful information, thumbs up. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.